are popping off for the side of Donut. We want to see Azu be able to win in the early game. What would it be? And would that be possible? As we jump right in over to the land of Dawn right now, Kozen already losing half HP between these two trades, between Donut and Kozen himself. D7 right into the face of Kane. Expensive flicker. Buys not much time actually. It's not too bad. Their Fanny still managed to. So you can't really do too much to their Alice right there. But Azu looking for the ramp that I was talking about. He did manage to ramp up when it comes down to that first blood. He still won in that factor. He still won in that. In the face of PRO Esports, gets pulled all the way back with the guiding wind, so he's gonna be fine. But Azu does not have a lot of HP to work with. While in the meantime, quite quickly flicker from Sorian Felix, completely whiffing out the TOR. As such, Azu still manages to take the turtle down. PRO Esports have got a great start right now with the lander flare that lands onto D7, but not quite enough to get any kills. Both teams is gonna get out of the fight completely unscathed. Another stun down on the Kozen. The PP picks up the kill. And that is see you soon. Put him in a tough spot because now it is a free turret in favor of that Granger. And Acura goes down to the combination of D7 and Sao. So everything is working towards what I would expect in the early game phase. PRO Esports is taking the game when it comes down to the priority, but not exactly winning in terms of the economy just yet. But Kozen needs to be really careful because he's actually entering these team fights a little bit early. Because PRO Esports, they don't have priority in the mid lane and the river, these two teams, but it doesn't seem like they will want to do too much, right? Because PRO Esports, they already they have Fanny, they want to play early. While for See You Soon, they have the Matilda, they can play very aggressively. But speaking of which, that's going to be Azu that takes out the turtle. Shadow's just going to be putting himself right into the heart of the enemies. While unfortunately here is going to be Sorian Felix and QR down on the Kane. Kane is not dead just yet, but Sorian Felix is going to pay the price as he's going to go down to the hands of Donut. 2 kills for the side of See You Soon. Flicker on forward, very aggressive. Donut picks up a double while Azu slays down Shadow. Kozen hopes to run away, but it's not going to be that easy. And actually, that might take ensuring that Azu don't get a free kill off of him. While D7 is taking a beating. Yet another kill credited to See You Soon, losing one of the main frontliners, but it's not that big of a deal. The stun down over to Sorian Felix can eventually go in, preparing for the TOR, but it's not gonna re-engage just yet. The turtle spawns. See You Soon does have the priority. So far, Donut is doing a really good job when it comes down to this Brody. Not something that we see all the time at all, but hey, as long as it works, it's not stupid. Kozen completely chased out of lane through the proxy. And the rest of the members, when it comes down to TOR for the side of Sorian Felix, didn't manage to land over top of Kane. Gets that kill. Not a bounty kill though, but PP goes for the retaliation over to the side of Sorian Felix. That is a 2-for-1 trade between these two. Hopefully, See You Soon is able to grab a little bit more, but alas, they did not. It is 1 for 2, it's a bit more gold, but not gonna be as easy as you would expect. Azu 1v1, taking a little bit too much pot shot from the side. See You Soon does have enmity of the Lord for now, as well as the priority of which. As such, D7 gonna be picked up for tap bit. As for now, PP as well as Shadow is gonna go straight in. Quick land, quick crash, and quick flicker from the side of PP, hoping that he will be able to get out of the dodge. But unfortunately, the TOR will catch him down. So will he catch onto Donut. But of course, the Flowing Blood re-engages and puts himself right into the face of Shadow to once again be the frontliner to ensure that Kozen is not going to be alone as they have already lost D7. Sorian Felix got right out of the game, or rather got right out of the fight. This is a lot more of a better performance from the side of Sorian Felix. Way better than the previous game. However, this is not going to be putting themselves in a better spot because right now you can see You Soon, they do have enmity of the Lord again. They are definitely going to be trying to take down this Lord as much as possible with 1100 damage per hit from Donut, 12 damage per hit from the side of Kane. Damn, that's a lot of damage. So, Lord's down in the hands of Kane. Sorian Felix, not a lot of HP to work with, and now picked up from the side of Acra. Is down now. The Circling Eagle gets himself out of dodge. PRO Esports once again and again is going to be playing from behind. Well, See You Soon should be able to take down some of these turrets from the outside. Poke the opponents out and have any form of high ground damage. So without high ground, they can't zone the members of Pro Esports away. So they're gonna have to just rampage right in and just hope to just jump into the face of Pro Esports. If they don't. As such, there's a pickup onto the side of D7. The turret in the middle lane is still up! It's still... D7 does have conceal. They're trying to engage onto something here. But right now, Shadow, he cuts between himself, or rather cuts between the front lines as well, in between of the back lines and the front lines of the side of Pro Esports. Kane comes into the back, hoping they will be able to get a decent amount of damage over the side of Coles and the map to bring him down. Wasn't able to, but it's able to kind of shove the rest behind. So free turret, all these lots available. No naturally pushing lanes on anywhere just yet. So if See You Soon wants to engage, they have to go all in. Sun lands on D7. Picks up on Sorian Felix, but Akra doesn't have a lot of HP to work with. Never mind! The healing is more than enough to keep him alive from the side of Azu. Threatened Azu with a bunch of damage that could potentially go to his way. Pro Esports, they're looking for an avenue and looking for a direction. Kozen have yet to pick up any kills to feed to that Sky Piercer at this point in time. We're gonna wait a little bit more. Look for more opportunities. And in fact, this is probably one of the opportunities that I'm currently looking out for, as Ace is just going to be putting himself right into the face of Shadow. However, taking a bit too much damage, he wasn't able to do much to Shadow aside from bringing him down to half HP. As such, the Lord is going to go down once again to the hands of See You Soon. He's going to be marching right back into the bottom lane. Pro Esports playing with their back against the wall again. And they have him in such a better spot as compared to the rest of his team to be able to kind of kill and execute people. But now, he don't. Sharing it together with Star. Shadow goes to the Bravest Warriors, puts himself right into the face. Right down over to Sora and Phoenix on the TOR, hoping to be able to land a little bit. And now Flicker from the side of Kozen to get himself right on the dodge. Ace is just going to be zooming all the way through, hoping to find one. And he's going to be finding Shadow. Shadow's still surviving, but not for long as Ace picks him up. Kane goes in for a slide and slash with his glaive and picks up that kill once again. Lost enmity over to the side of See You Soon. And that's going to be the two-man knockup over the side of Akra as well as PP. That is going to be pretty darn crazy from this point on in time. Continue to move on forward. As now it's going to be Sorian Felix that doesn't have a lot of HP to eventually work with. There's a nature's barrier. But the Lord is not going to go over to anywhere just yet. Goal lead in favor for See You Soon. They do have an advantage. And here we go, the Tectonic Charge manages to land over to the side of Shadow. There's not much that he can do as such. He's just gonna have to play Parcel all the way from behind. Pro Esports, they are taking the lead. They're managing to get the kills down. Kozen gets one. Azu, second one as well. Donut, he still have the immortality as such. He's not gonna be dead just yet. Kozen picks up a second one. So that is gonna be 20 stacks over to the Sky Piercer. This is what I'm talking about, Pro Esports. Always finding all these gold from absolutely nowhere. Finding all these wins from absolutely nowhere. As such, it's a 5-man stampede. Azu puts Akra in the tough spot. It will still be a death of Azu. But there's also gonna be a death of Donut. No creep waves. Marching down in the middle lane. Back home. Bottom lane is pushing out a little bit more. Saar gonna have to go back home to stop this. This might actually end. Will it actually end? Wait. Your own base. Your own base.